Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Welcome back to the library. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Excited to do a quick little wrap up live. Hey, come on y'all. Hope everybody had a good weekend. First of all, let me know if my sound is good. Because StreamYard is trying to play me tonight. Oh my goodness. Isn't it annoying when you pay for something and then it don't work? Ugh. Well, yeah, you ain't gonna get mad about that. Welcome to the library, y'all. Come on in. We're gonna talk about the animals going crazy. Welcome, everybody. Okay, enough. Oh, I had some loose interesting ones. Okay, enough. I am here. Welcome to the library of the body. So, today's episode of the Browns Library is being sponsored by No Justice, No Peace. These animals are going crazy and they're kind of not taking it anymore. We're also being sponsored by uh, Delusion. Again, see, just because you look like an animal doesn't mean you have to act like one. So, previously on the Browns Library, we have covered some stories about animals. We haven't really gone into it, but I want to kind of go into it today because some stuff has been coming up that I think needs to be addressed in the animal community. You see, I talked about this a little bit before, uh, and I kind of want to go into it. So, previously on Levon's Library, we talked a little bit about the story about the elephant in India who attacked the woman in the well that we've seen before. What had happened was the there was a woman who was gathering some water at a well, and an elephant who was walking around the elephant family recognized her. Hey, welcome. Uh-huh. The elephant recognized her, came, trampled her. Okay, put her in the hospital. She died. Um, had a funeral that night. The elephant showed up again at the funeral. Real story. Trampled her again in the funeral. Okay, pulled her out the casket. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, and the, so Sheila does not want me to be great. Can you guys hear me? Hmm. Okay, perfect. Come on, StreamYard. I paid for the subscription. Anyway, as you were saying, so yeah, you pay for the damn subscription to StreamYard. You know what? I think it's because I'm black and gay. They're trying to start something with me, and they don't want me to be great. That's what I truly believe. That's what it is. But so back to the story. So the animals is going crazy. So last month, the elephant came back to the woman's funeral after ending her life, picked her up out of the casket, and whap, 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 destroyed her, ended her life again, uh, stomping her spirit and soul forever. That was some eternal beef, some beef that I have never seen. It was some, whatever. But it turned out that the fact of the matter is that woman uh, ended up was somebody who was throwing rocks and helped poachers take that uh, elephant's child and sold it into circus slavery. And the elephant recognized her and saw her at the well and was like, "Oh, bitch, I remember you. You stole my baby. This beef is forever." Took her out. That was a story that happened about a month ago. True story. So the elephant took her out, showed up at the funeral, took her out again. The elephant wasn't crazy, did not destroy anyone else at the funeral, did not hurt anybody else at the funeral, but took her out again. Let's say hi to everybody. Hey, Mims, welcome to the library. Thank you. What is LeVon talking about? Yes, animals going crazy, animals gone wild. This is what this. Yes, so an elephant had a beef with a woman, took her life, showed up at her funeral, pulled her out the casket, and destroyed her again. Yes, you saw that clip. Did they let the elephant live? According to the story, the elephant, uh, after she destroyed the funeral, she walked out peacefully. And see, the elephant wasn't crazy. The people were in the funeral was like, "Oh, stop, stop, stop!" She didn't hurt anyone else in the funeral. It was a specific beef with that lady. She didn't hurt the people who were praying. The priest was fine. The attendants was fine. It was a beef with that one person. Picked her up the casket. All right. Apparently, I'm going to have to put in the call to StreamYard because this shit is annoying. Can you all hear me now? Should I refresh? My volume should be fine. I don't know why StreamYard is not working right now. What in God's name? Do I have headphones? No. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank you for being patient. I'm gonna put in the call to StreamYard and try and see what the problem is after this. Okay. Um, because if you can't call service, it shouldn't be going in and out. Thank y'all for being patient. I appreciate that. Okay, you can hear you clearly now. Okay, good. All right, the story. So, yes, the elephant had done that, and yes, she had gotten away with murder, according to the story. Oh, yeah, she got away with murder. According to the story, she attacked that and walked away. So, now moving on to recent news. TMZ reported a story about a recent Fox attack. And I just want to play that clip because of the hateration that happened. And StreamYard, don't play with me. Um, hmm. StreamYard, don't play with me. All right, now. Listen. Okay. Let me put up my banners and stuff. StreamYard, don't play with me. So I don't know if y'all seen this, but now they're saying this is about foxes. Look at this.
That's a fox sneaking up on a woman in her front yard. From this angle, you can see the attack. She kicks the fox over and over, but the animal keeps coming back. It's biting her legs and scratching her arms as she tries to break free.
The more I tried to get him to leave me alone, the more voraciously he came after me. He just wouldn't stop. And my fear was that he was going to trip me up and I would fall and he would attack my face.
The fox won't give up.
He latched into the fatty part of your hand right between your thumb and your forefinger with all of his might, and he held on, and I tried to rip him off. I tried to swing him off.
But then her neighbor shows up with a stick, and at last the fox retreats.
I will be grateful to him for the rest of my life, and I just thank God that he heard me.
Did it ever cross your mind that the fox might have rabies?
It did, Megan, after the third or fourth approach from the fox, because he was so persistent.
Sure enough, the fox was later caught and it tested positive for rabies.
Yeah, right.
Sherry Russo was treated right away, and so far, she says she's showing no signs that she contracted rabies.
Rabies is a viral disease that is almost always fatal. Enough. So this is what I have to say about that. I think that lady did something. Foxes generally do not behave in this manner. Oh, look at mother. You said, oh hell no. Foxes generally don't behave in this manner. I think that lady did something. Miss Karen, I think it was a setup. I'm going too much. I believe it was a setup. They saying that the fox had rabies and that she being contracted. I kind of want to hear the fox's side of the story. I am so thankful that I live in an apartment complex. I want to hear the fox's side of the story because, generally speaking, foxes do not attack people in that manner. And for those of you who don't know, I have a special relationship to foxes. This is what happens when we move into what? I have a special relationship to foxes. And unless you did something, foxes ain't gonna do that to you. I personally have raised foxes my damn self. Okay, like I said before, foxes are my spirit animal. And for those of you who do not know, I've had them. They are very gentle creatures. They are shy creatures. They do not run up on you and attack you. So just like that elephant had a problem, I believe that Karen did something. And I just wanted to share a little bit because I do have some personal videos that I thought might be cute to share. Hey, Red Label. What he said. I just bet you do. I do. Just simply thank you. Yo, let me know if my production again because StreamYard, I will put in a call for because I don't know why I should be paying for something and then it's going in and out. That's the problem. Don't you be doing that up in here? All right. Yeah. I wanted to try to share some stuff over here about my baby that I have rescued. So I've had rescued. So yes, I have had rescued. One was a Fennec Fox. Her name is Robotic from Patreon, and is one of the most intelligent creatures that I've ever had. She was able to learn tricks, including cleaning her own room. I kind of spoiled her. She did have her own room. You know, I think to the pink and she had a dollhouse. She had her own clothes, and I can show you some clips real quick. So where it is. Come on. So where it is. Where it was supposed to be. Where it was supposed to be. Okay. It's not supposed to go up there. Muffled again. Drop the link so someone can test it with you. What do you mean? Okay, I'll drop the link. Hmm? Is that better? Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Technical difficulties. Thank you guys for staying with me. I will definitely put in a call to StreamYard and see what the hell the problem is. Because if you're paying for this, uh, that way, if a caller has the same issue, StreamYard, if the caller doesn't have the issue, it's your device. Okay. Well, I dropped the link. I will be calling StreamYard. Happy Saturday. Okay. Uh Next. So yeah, like I said, I've had foxes before. They are easily trained. They use the litter box and you can walk them. I did show the receipts. I want to keep doing it, but I'm sorry I'm having audio issues. Should I go on? Okay. Uh I guess that's kind of annoying. Okay, let's just go on with the story because I do want to keep showing these. Yes, let's just move on with the rest of it. So then, yes, I also had a white one named Ghost. If you guys want to see them, he was raised with a cat, and the honest thing with them is that they do kind of steal stuff. No, it must have been a baby fox. They were actually full grown. Here, let me show you. another clip. StreamYard, please do not play with me. This is me coming home to my apartment I just moved into.
Who's a good boy?
This is Ghost, my white fox.
Boy.
He's a rescue.
Who's a good boy? Is it a wallet? Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from?
Okay, so what had happened was, one myth I will say about foxes that is true, they do steal. So yes, he stole my girlfriend's wallet, who had come over, because they do understand value. So he did steal a wallet from my friend. So this baby was a rescue. That had happened. So let's move on to the next story that I have. Dinosaurs, real life Jurassic Park. This is something that is happening right now, you guys. Hey, Marcella, welcome. Next story. Next story that I think is important. Real life Jurassic Park, guys. This is happening. Yeah, people is doing it. Real life Jurassic Park. They are bringing back extinct animals. Animals from the past is coming back to life. Science fiction is happening. It's real. They are bringing back the Tasmanian tiger. I think they said by 2000. So let's roll the clip and we'll talk about it. Let's just not. Let's just out of this. They're bringing it back around. The Tasmanian tiger. Do you know what that is? You better see right now. Here we go. Let me know if the audio is good. Great. Hello. Audio. And we're back. Can you hear me? Oh. Can you hear me? Is my audio back? Sound is good. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you guys for being so supportive. I will definitely, like I said, put in a call to StreamYard again and be like, what the hell? Because I shouldn't be paying for something that's not working. All right, so real life Jurassic Park. We ain't gonna play the whole clip, but let me tell y'all, something is coming back to life. The Tasmanian tiger. Have you heard of it? Let's take a look.
Revolutionise the way that we look at extinction. This is an enormous advancement for biotechnology as a whole.
So you're wondering what it means to be an extinctable?
Yes. Wonder no more. Melbourne Uni has teamed up with US genetic engineering company Colossal Biosciences in a $15 million bid to resurrect our only apex marsupial predator.
Now with all of these resources, we have a real chance of making this a reality.
First, I'll need a common household item.
Yeah, it's not quite that simple. Here's how they're going to do it. Currently, scientists
Look
have
at that.
sequenced 95% of the
They're bringing that
thylacine
back.
genome. Once that hits 100%, they'll combine those genes with the tiger's closest living relative, the fat-tailed dunnart. Yes, it's a thing. Then that DNA goes into a stem cell, becoming an embryo that's then raised in a lab as the only living example of its species. No pressure.
We've already sequenced the genome of a juvenile Tasmanian tiger, but there's still a lot of work we need to do to fill in some of the gaps.
I'm not sure how I feel about them sort of bringing something back. It's a bit Jurassic Park, isn't it?
Yeah, why not? They're pretty cute. I think they'd be nice to see in Tasmania if you went there for a holiday.
There were just 5,000 thylacines left in Tassie when Europeans arrived. They were quickly wiped out through hunting and habitat destruction, the last known tiger dying in a Hobart Zoo in 1936. If this team successfully creates a living, breathing thylacine, it could have huge implications for other species. I'm thinking mammoths tearing up the tundra.
He doesn't want to see a mammoth, right?
Dodos retaking the skies. Okay. So is it possible to bring the tiger back from the dead? And how long is it going to take?
Well, Professor Andrew Pask heads up the Tasmanian Tiger Project at Melbourne Uni and he joins us now. Welcome. Thank you. Thanks for having me. So every 3 or 4 years someone tries to do this.
Yep.
What is the obsession?
I think
They're
it was
bringing
just
that
such
shit
an
back.
incredibly unique animal. It's this, dog-like marsupial. It had a pouch, had joeys in its pouch. And I think it's also this absolutely tragic story of extinction that we're all so familiar with. We can see that black and white footage of the last animal walking around that cage in Tasmania. It's something so real and tangible, I think, for Australians. And it's such a terrible story of how we wipe this animal off the face of the earth.
So how long
They're gonna
do you
answer
think
that
this will
question to
take
you.
this time?
We're hoping that within a decade we'll be at the point of having that sort of early embryo stage that we're looking at turning into a whole living animal to bring back.
Good idea that it's a whole animal. I mean, half an animal would be all right. But for this to work, don't you need two?
You do. So we wouldn't bring back just one. We would bring back many. Many? Yeah, many.
How many?
Well, I think you'd have to bring back a decent number, maybe 20 or 30 or so, to have enough genetic diversity to make sure that you had a really healthy population, because you need to be able to, what the ultimate goal would be to restore these animals back into the wild.
Now, I
Into the wild.
as I do to follow up all the stories. And I heard from one scientist who says this is fairy tale science.
Yeah.
That it's a good media story, but it's never going to happen. Okay. Did we take the bait?
Yeah, well, yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
But this, I think, 10 years ago, even maybe 5 years ago, this really was beyond the realm of what we could do. But there's been huge advances in the way that we can get DNA and read DNA, particularly from really old animals, ancient specimens and things, as well as new technologies in DNA editing, which make this possible. But the other thing that really makes this possible now
Look
is
at that.
having a huge investment in doing
Look
this work.
at
A lot
that.
of it is just pure science grunt work that has to
That's
be done.
crazy.
And we need a huge amount of people working in unison to try and make this happen. And so we've had this incredible investment from a US company. We had a philanthropist, an Australian philanthropist earlier this year, give us $5 million to kick this project off as well. And now we've really got that critical mass, that team of people all working towards this one goal of trying to bring the Tassie tiger
And I
back.
also believe that the Hemsworths have invested in this. Is that their ploy? Are they going to be more Hemsworths?
Fair enough. Yeah, that's about it. We ain't gonna play the whole thing. So yeah, oh yes, people. So they're bringing back. Then if you kill one, you oh yeah, probably. And they're putting them back out in the wild. And who knows how that's going to affect the wildlife, because you can't even bring an invasive species from some place into another place, because that can destroy the whole wildlife. So you bring back something, Jurassic Park, you're not seen the movies, it can destroy the whole thing. So can they bring back Amy Winehouse? Maybe they can, or at least a clone. So y'all, they're bringing back the Tasmanian tiger. How y'all feel about that? I think it's a little. I think it's a little creepy. I think it's a little. Yes. For what? For what? We have animals here that are on the endangered species list right now. Why not make sure that they still exist rather than taking care of, or trying to bring somebody back? They're also saying that they want the woolly mammoth back. I didn't play the whole clip, but they're saying that they want the woolly mammoth back soon. I just said the whole goddamn story about that elephant. Y'all sure y'all want the woolly mammoth back? I don't know about that, y'all. So we have the Tasmanian tiger coming back. We can expect that probably, I guess, in expensive zoos or something. I mean, I would like to see it, but more importantly, I think that it's, we should probably keep the animals that we do have here, including things like, hey, what's up, candy shop? Welcome to the library. Hope you have your library card. I think that we should keep things here like, for example, we have a lot of animals that are on the endangered species list right now. And we can do easy things that, hey, cat. We can do easy things to take care of them. For example, the monarch butterfly is something that goes on and off the endangered species list. And it's very easy to help the monarch butterfly out. You just have to plant milkweed in your garden. I have a butterfly garden, and all you have to really do is just plant that plant in your garden, and it really helps them out. The monarch butterflies, like the orange butterfly, I say keep the animals that we have here. And I also have clips of how you can raise a butterfly garden yourself, because it's actually pretty easy and kind of fun. Because the thing is, a butterfly garden, if you do it the right way, and raise them from caterpillars, they remember you. And I have like video proof of that. See, if you raise them from caterpillars and then release them into the wild, they actually remember you, and they come back to the very same garden that they were born in, and you can actually like play with them, and it's kind of really cool. So, like, my friends would make fun of me because they were like, "Oh, you think you a Disney princess?" And I was like, "Well, kind of, like F you, whatever." Because like I would go out to my garden and like, I was like, "Is that one of the ones that I raised?" And I would go up to the garden and literally pick them up from the bush, and they wouldn't be afraid of me. And I do have a few clips. StreamYard, do not play with me. Hey, Dot. Again, she said, "Months are beautiful. I have a tattoo." Yes, and they're endangered. So, what are we worried about? This Tasmanian tiger we lost. It's gone. Let's make sure the monarchs are still here. Yes. So let me just pull up, and I'll just show like a few little clips, and then we'll move on to my next story of just how cool, when you raise them, they can be. I'm working on 2 screens here, so just give me a second to pull it up. Here we go. And if you ever like I don't know if you've ever seen them hatch from a chrysalis. I'll play that clip first, actually, because I think that's the coolest thing to see when they hatch from the chrysalis. Because they do a whole, it's almost like a performance. Here, let me show you. Here's a clip. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. So what I had to do was, Lavon has receipts. Oh yes, I used to raise them in my garden, and then I had to bring them into my house because there was like a wasp problem, and the wasp used to kill them. So I would raise them as caterpillars, and like I said, the most amazing thing was I had to give them exercise and like whatever, and then they recognize my face, I guess, and recognize me from giving them food. So then when I released them as butterflies, they came back to me, and I would like go into my garden, and then they would land on me, and then I would bring them. It was kind of cool. So this is, if you ever seen one come out from a chrysalis, this is pretty cool. They do like a little yeah. I put music to it. Look. Isn't that amazing? It pulls itself out. And then look, it goes like this, and it does like a dance to like dry itself off. I think it's so cute. Look. It's like dancing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, and when you do it, you don't have to be like. I mean, sometimes it don't really. It's not a perfect thing, because here's another one where they all came out. One of them came out a little bit deformed. This one over here. Sometimes they don't come out all too well. But this is just something that easy you can do. It don't take that long, but just to help out endangered species, because obviously, we're not doing enough. Wait, is this another one that I have? Oh yes. So yeah, when you do it, they're not afraid of you. Oh wait, hold on. Let me put. When you do it, like, they're not afraid of you at all. Anyway, make this big. So they'll land on you. They will be your friends. Whatever. It's kind of funny. You can play with them. Like, it's kind of cute. But you should really release them and not keep them as pets, because their lifespan is only like I think 3 weeks. So don't keep them as pets. Don't do that, and they are endangered. So release them, and they will come back to you. So yeah, that's what I had to say about that story. Moving on to our last story. Thank you guys for dealing with my technical issues with StreamYard. I'm gonna try and figure that out. But we're moving on to our last story. Yeah, Kat. Once they become butterflies, I think it's about they only live for about a month, so you really can't keep them. So after I keep them from caterpillars and then they become butterflies, I keep them for about a day or two to make sure that they are strong and that I make sure that they eat so that they can be okay and strong so that they can fly and dry because you saw the one dancing. So I want their wings to be strong, so I make sure that they eat, and then I release them, so that they can be wild or whatever, and mate. That's important. So then I release them after that. But yeah, their lifespan is only about a month, so you have to release them. Don't be selfish and keep them as pets. But have your fun for about like a day or two as you're raising them. If you want to do Instagram or whatever, but, you can put them on your face. You can like go out to your garden, whatever. Like they will recognize you and they will come back. It's an amazing experience, and bond with them. It's fun. But moving on to our last story. Thank you guys for bearing with me and my audio. This is 2 days in a row. I'm gonna figure this out. But thank you. Frog robots. Have you guys heard about this? It's kind of the most upsetting story, almost. And I feel like it needs more attention, and we have not talked about it. It's kind of something that has been sliding under the rug, and I think it's about to go down. So the frog robots are actually a real thing. What are frog robots? Well, a little while ago, AI technology, robots, yes, literal robots, decided that they were going to reproduce on their own. Oh yes, they decided that they were going to reproduce on their own, using frog DNA. What does that mean? So they decided that they wanted to be alive. Robots are not alive, but they decided that they wanted life. They wanted to breathe. They wanted to be living creatures. Nobody decided that. The robots decided that on their own, and they did it on their own, and somehow decided that they wanted to do this using frog DNA. Have you guys heard about this? Oh yes. And the thing is, nobody told. Yes, I'm gonna play a clip. And the thing is, nobody told them to do this. They decided that they were going to do this on their own, and scientists noticed this, and they just let it happen, and they are studying it, and they said, oh, interesting. We're just gonna see what happens. So the robots decided that they wanted to reproduce on their own and become living beings. So they decided that they somehow got a hold of frog DNA and started to reproduce. So before I comment anymore, let's roll the clip really quickly. Here we go. And this is real, y'all. So frogs are reproducing with robots and they're becoming living beings. I don't know what you'll think about that. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. I gotta shut this up. Hold on.
The ability.
Yes. Yes. So you see my concern. Now, my problem is the AI technology, according to the articles that I read, the AI technology chose to do this on their own. The scientists didn't tell them to reproduce. They decided, I want to be alive. When asked, why do you want to be alive? They didn't answer the question. My second concern is, and I'll drop the link for anybody who wants to come up, because I'm scared. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared. My second concern is why it got to be frog DNA. If you're gonna start combining robots with animals, why we can't do something sweet, like maybe some puppies or some ducklings, maybe a koala or something like a cute little, like a little baby, like a kitten. Why we gotta do frogs? Frogs, we eat their own baby. Frogs are cold-blooded. I don't want a frog robot. Let's do something cute, like a little frog. No, not a frog. Like a little puppy robot. Let's do a robot with a little duckling, a koala bear, maybe like a little, I don't know, miniature deer robot. Not no frog robot. Why do the robots choose the frog? They are cold-blooded. Yes, maybe a rabbit, a little bunny robot. Okay, that's cute. Something like, yes, thank you, Kat. A little rabbit robot. Not no goddamn frog robot. Frogs eat their babies. They're cold-blooded. They're nasty. They got small. Why did the robots? And here's the thing. Let's think about a robot. Not to be rude, but robots are way smarter than us. Think about your cell phone. Think about your cell phone. Your cell phone can download 50 billion languages, a whole encyclopedia, access the whole world in about an hour. Combine that with a living creature. We as human beings cannot even figure out what life is right now. We are still arguing over abortion rights. We don't even know what we are still arguing over what a life is right now. We can even agree where a life begins and ends. So now robots are alive. We're going to have people coming in and saying, oh, don't kill that thing. It's alive. So now we're having a robot that's going to be exactly as smart as us, if not smarter, because it can speak 1,000,000,000 languages. Okay? It can do whatever the hell it wants. It's smart. I'm sorry, but a cell phone is smart. Robots is smart. It's not like a little kid. A robot will learn faster than a human can learn. Cell phones will download. So we having a robot with life that is reproducing real quick, as fast as it wants, and now it's alive. What's going to happen next? Robots will have rights. Exactly. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, person here. But that's what's going to start to happen. I mean, let's just be honest. It's going to start to be a little crazy. And that's kind of like what we have to start to recognize. So right now, the robots are sort of getting reproducing right now, and they are being, I guess, smarter than us and starting to gain a population. I think that in a few years, right? Don't listen to Alexa, baby. Don't listen to Alexa, baby. And now, and now that bitch is alive, listening to your business with a frog brain. Be careful. Be careful. These robots ain't playing. These robots are not playing. So I think that in a few years, it's going to start to get a little dangerous. I do. And I think that it needs to be stopped now, to be honest. I say throw some bleach on that petri dish. Let's get rid of the frog robots right now while we can control them. Before the next thing we know, it's Terminator 3. I don't want these frog robots getting smarter than us because they're about to be. You reproducing for what? Nobody asked you to. Why you want to be a frog? Why you want to be alive? You want rent? You want property? You want to run for office? Hell no, we got too many problems right now. What's next? Frog robots need to be stopped while we can't control them. I don't want to hear about no frog robot rights because we so worried about Black rights. We so worried about LGBTQ rights. Like I always say, melanated people make everything better, and we deserve reparations immediately. Frog robots can wait. And that's all I have to say on a good Saturday. So if no one else wants to come up, I'll drop the link one more time, and then I'll give it 5 more minutes before I end this. I ain't going to keep it on a Saturday. I know us sexy librarians have things to do. So I will drop the link one more time, and then I'll give it 5 minutes if anybody want to come up and say what they want to say about the frog robots or the foxes or the Jurassic Park or anything like that. Because shit's going down. Or the elephant who had the real life beef. Yo, what would you do if you had a beef with an elephant? Child, that is some crazy shit right there. If you ever have a beef with an elephant, just apologize. And don't get into a beef with an elephant. Don't get into a beef with an elephant. Because that is just too much. But yeah, give it till 5 minutes for all the librarians who was up in here please hit the like button. And thank you for joining me on a Saturday. If he was here, it is going down with the animals. Can you all believe all this shit? Why is StreamYard going crazy on me? We gotta fix that. Great informative show. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So yeah, it doesn't look like anybody wants to call in. So we're just gonna end the show. I wish everybody a good Saturday. Thank you for tuning in, librarians. I appreciate that. And dealing with the audio. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that needs to be figured out. My StreamYard should be good. My computer is new. But we will figure that out. Thank you. We will figure that out. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a mic. I do have a mic. Maybe next time I'll just use the mic if that's the problem. I do have a mic. Maybe next show I'll just use the mic and see if that fixes the problem. So yeah, maybe next show I'll just use the mic and see if that fixes it. But thank you, librarians, for showing up. Do not get into any beef with any elephants. Foxes are nice creatures. Watch out for frog robots. Behave yourselves in these YouTube streets. You can find me on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Audible, iTunes soon, and all these great channels. Get your life and enjoy your weekends. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Yes. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you for showing up. Oh. My theme song. Thank you. I appreciate that. Stay informed with the library. Have a good evening, everybody. Oh, thank you, Justin. You know it's a library. You gotta learn. Thank you, too. Hey. Ooh. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Thank you for bearing with me with the sound issues. Ooh, I gotta figure that out. I'll need a mic next time. I hope that solves everything. I have a mic in my room. Let me use that next time. Hey. Thank you for coming, Lauren. Bye. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, baby. Get a butterfly garden. Hey. I appreciate the support, everybody. Go on and read and have a good weekend. Bye.